The Peach State saw a record number of ballots cast on Tuesday. Elections officials are calling it a strong start to early voting.
Secretary of State's office says the count more than doubled the number of early voters voting cast in the first day of 2020's election. Carmen Brown is with our Verify the Vote team. She is in Houston County tonight at a polling site to share more about what's happening down there.
Well, day 2 of early voting just wrapped up here in Houston County a little over an hour ago. And elections assistant Andy Holland tells me they got off to a pretty busy start on day 1, but are more than prepared for the turnout. Houston County Board of Elections says voter turnout during this year's May primary was lower than expected, but they were prepared to see more people at the polls for the November election.
Sending out every bit of equipment that we have, opening up all of our early voting locations. And a big part of adding that 4th one was in preparation for this specific election.
Andy Holland says absentee voting was the popular option among most Houston voters in 2020, so they're glad they're able to accommodate more in-person voting. He credits their smooth check-in process for creating a great voter experience. Poll workers are equipped with touchscreens, so voters no longer have to fill out paperwork, cutting wait times down.
It's really streamlined the check-in process, especially as far as the voter sees and their experience when they come in to vote.
W.C. Hester and his wife live in Warner Robins. He says they can attest to what Holland said.
Normally we vote absentee, but today was early voting, and as I said, it was very easy.
Hester says he enjoys seeing fellow voters pack out the polls and echoes Georgia's Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger's wish to keep Georgia's turnout rate high.
And everybody needs to vote. One vote could turn the tide, so keep that in mind.
Holland says if you're not able to vote in person, it's okay to rely on absentee, just make sure you plan ahead. He says early voting is not only a convenience for voters, but for election workers.
When you look at it as a whole, you're spreading out, over half the voters that are going to come over 3 weeks, multiple different locations, and it's a lot easier for us to manage.
Now, Holland says they'll have early voting available Saturday as well this weekend and the next. Depending on your county, you can go to any polling location. Well, in any county, you can go to any polling location. Just make sure you bring your voter ID. In Perry, Carmen Brown, 13 WMAZ News.
All right, thank you, Carmen. If you have election questions about the voting process, you can send us an email, news@13wmaz.com. You can also reach out on social media. Our Verify the Vote team will answer those questions for you. And if you need help finding early voting locations and times, we have you covered. Head to 13wmaz.com for a county-by-county list.